Welcome back to the Teaching and Learning. This is Abdul Ghafoor. I hope you're doing good. So today's a video about the upcoming pedagogy test. And these lessons are going to be very important for you guys. So I'll suggest you please watch these videos completely. Don't skip the videos. Now, what I'm going to explain in the series of the videos, please listen carefully. I'll be sharing some very important points for especially those who are struggling for to pass and they have the last attempt. They must watch and listen carefully because I have many cases, okay, and in the previous tests, most of the students they contact me and they had a last chance, and similarly in this test, okay. So what I'm going to share with you that you should understand the test pattern first, because you know that there are the two standards, they are very important. One is the professional knowledge, which covers the 40% of the student, and professional practice, which covers the 40% of the questions, and the rest of two practices are the 10%, okay, for them. Now, I'll be solving the mock test for cycle 2 and cycle 3, but this video is for the cycle 2. In each mock test, I will be covering the 10 question and explaining from where these question has been taken, and I'll be sharing also the information that related with the question. Now, I have sorted out few things that need to be shared for that why this answer is correct. I'll be explaining to you from where this information has been taken as a question and what you need to study for that. If you will take the information from these areas, that means you're 50 to 60% almost job done, okay? And the rest of you have to work on the related materials and the rest of standards, okay? By this way, I will be streamlining the whole mock test for both cycle 2 and cycle 3. This is the first point, which is important thing. Okay. The second thing is that if anybody who want teacher pack, my prepared resources and for 4 standards, okay, it's available in offer till June. And the total cost was 2,000, but now I'm offering till June sessions, okay, in 400, just in 400, okay. So hurry up, don't wait for your last attempt. Just grab these resources and go for it. And I'm sure you're gonna clear your test, okay. So let's move to the lesson, okay. Let me share the screen first. Sorry. On this first question, as you can see, the first question, these questions are already in the mock test. I'm not going to read all these, okay. Readiness is basic learning. Now, the second part of the question is that in which of the following situation is the learner at the highest level of the readiness? Means that what need to be and where the students or the learner should be ready. They have a given certain situations, okay, first. When asking question, when answering correctly, when doing some activities, or at the beginning of the lesson. So the correct answer is the beginning of the lesson. Now the question is why it's correct answer. Now this question has been taken from the Thorndike's laws of learning. That is a theory. Law of readiness, law of exercise, law of effect. Now, law of readiness, this question has directly relations, okay. What the Thorndike says, according to Thorndike, the learner occurs when an individual is prepared or ready to learn. So means first, learner should be ready to learn. You cannot teach somebody who is not ready to learn. And then the exercise and law affected, which is already explained. Okay. We'll move to the second question. The second question has been taken from Vadima law or Vadima's law. Now, Vadima law is completely consisting on several articles. Okay, there's a complete video for it. For each and every question, there's a video. I'll be sharing the links in the description. You just go and watch it. According to the child protection law, the United Arab Emirates, Vadima law, what is the appropriate action that educational personnel should take when they suspect? Okay. Just directly, I will go to the answer. Inform the child protection unit at the Ministry of Education. How do we know that? I'm sharing you the document, okay? This is the one, report child abuse. These are the information has been taken from the document Ministry's document. Second, question has been taken from the teaching practices. As I said, the 40% has two standard, the way one is the professional knowledge and professional practice. This is the professional practice, okay? The teaching method where the teacher introduces a controversial issue divides the students into two groups, okay? One that argues, okay, and in for and against, okay? So for and against, okay, is the debate. Very clear, you are well. Now, what is the point of that? See, teaching practices, nobody can teach you that what exactly you have to do the correct way for that, but there will be exact terms that had been used and you can easily identify, so don't worry about that. Now these terms, synchronous and asynchronous, okay? Now there's a complete video about synchronous and asynchronous, okay? This is the type of learning that students receive when they log into an educational platform in their own time after the teacher had uploaded, okay? This is online, okay? This is not the blended learning, keep in your mind, okay? So this is asynchronous distance learning. I'm sharing you the document. So synchronous refers the instructors, students gather at the same time, virtual or physical, real time. Asynchronous learning refers to student accessing materials at their own pace. There's a complete description about this topic. I'll be sharing you the link into the description. Information processing model, IP. Which of the following is correct according to the information processing model? Okay, now we know that the information has three levels of them. One is the sensory. When we touch, we get the information that starts working, which we call the short memory and the working memory and the long-term memory. So these are the three stages of them: sensory memory, short-term memory or working memory, and the long-term memory. Okay. Now let's go. I'll go to the amount of information that can be processed and absorbed in a given time is very large due to the substantial capacity of the following of working memory. From sensory memory, we get a lot of information, and definitely all this information are not useful and we cannot absorb the whole information in the practices. We only get the information or grab the information that's a use for us, and the rest of the information goes into the long-term memory, because long-term memory can retrieve that information. So that's why this is the correct answer for this. So you have to go for the information processing model. Okay, I'll be sharing you different. So there's the information. Okay, here I have shared sensory memory, short-term memory, and long-term memory. Let's move to the next. I'm giving you very quick, that video can be short. Now the content knowledge, how the content should be, okay? This is about your practice, okay? Again, I am going to the answer. There's a sequence of, the information, okay? Now the answer I have selected, has a very logic, okay? What is the logic in that one? That from generalization, first we have the general information, then we grab the concept, and from concept we go to the facts. If you're gonna the reverse process from facts to the concept, or from concept to the generalization, If you remember that abductive reason and a deductive reason. There's a complete video about that. I'll be sharing the link for that one. So keep in your mind, okay, there are two ways of the information. One, from specific to general, or from general to specific. So this is the one: generalization, concept, and facts. Okay. Quick. Professional development, PD, as I say, the professional knowledge. This question has been taken from the professional knowledge. So which of the following further hindered the transfer for the impact of the professional development that the teacher receives to them? What problem teacher face when he or she, conduct the or went through the professional development process? Okay. Timing of implementation. Suppose a teacher who got the professional development into the winter, or in summer break, or maybe in a winter break. Okay, is it the right time to implement the thing you have learned? Of course not. Maybe you have learned something about, what we call the assessment process. Okay. Now, the assessment, you have already closed your term, and that's not the right time that you have to implement. You have to wait for the an other assessment or second end of the term. Okay. So, time of implementation of professional development programs. Okay. Again, there's the two answers which are irrelevant, and the two answers are very close. What I have done in my the sample test, the same way. Two answers are very close, and the two are very the far away. So the one answer is a distractor. We use as a distractor. Keep in mind. Move to the question number 8. What is the first step you take one of the students in your class is faint? This is a very traditional. Okay, again, this is a professional practices. Okay, according to the health and safety, this has been taken from the global or well-being, students well-being. Okay, I went assist the students to lay down and raise their legs around 30 seconds, because when somebody is faint, okay, this is because of the blood circulations. They have to put up their little the legs, okay, for the 30 seconds, that the blood can go to the brain and the heart, and that can easily you can recover. So you can apply the practice when you face this situation. Second, we have the content of the global citizenship. That's about the cultural values. Okay, what you're gonna do for that? Which of the following is correct with regards to the relevant cultural values in the country in which the teacher works? The teacher should include the cultural values that are in harmony with global citizenship only, and reinforce them in relevant teaching and learning experiences and activities. Now, the above one and the second, third one, these two, first one and the fourth one, are irrelevant. The teacher should apply their knowledge of their cultural values. Okay. Why teacher has to apply their own knowledge? Okay. Their knowledge. Okay. It's not about their knowledge. It's about the content which is relevant and which is allowed. Suppose if you're talking about politics in your classroom, that's not allowed. So cultural values that are in harmony with the global citizenship only. The word only is, the separating the information. And I wrote something about this question. Relevant, prevalent means how widespread the cultural values, which are, are sustainable. So means widespread. Okay, prevalent means widespread. That's the last question of the today's video. This is the differentiated instructions. A student in one of your classes have a major academic, personal, linguistic, cognitive, and the cultural difference. The best teaching strategy you can employ to meet the student. Of course, that's the differentiated instructions. So these were the 10 questions has been taken from mock test cycle 2. And I'm sure this is going to help you and give you idea that how the question and from where question has been taken. Okay, I have given you the domains for that. You go for it and just practice it, okay? Thank you so much. We'll be meeting in the next lesson.